All right, guys, so today we are still working on surface area, but today we're switching the shape to a triangular pyramid. So when you look at it, they look like this. The difference between today's shape and yesterday's shape is all the shapes today are triangles. So remember, to find the area of a triangle, you have to do base times height divided by 2. Usually when you're doing these triangles, the bottom or the base triangle that it sits on is going to have a different area than the 3 triangles that come off of it. So I'm going to start by looking at this bottom triangle. I'm going to highlight it in blue so we can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, the base of it is 4. And the height is this line that goes right down the middle. You can see what I'm highlighting right there, and it says it's 3.5. 3.5 tall. So I'm going to focus on that one first, and we're going to find the area of that triangle, which remember, you do base times height divided by 2. So that would be 4 times 3.5 and divide that by 2, which means this middle triangle has an area of 7. Okay, so now the 3 triangles on the outside are all going to be the same. So they all have a base of 4. And they all have this height right here, which says 6.1. So the 3 on the outside are all going to be the same. Like I said, we're going to do base times height divided by 2. Again, our base is this right here, which is 4. Our height is the line that goes up the triangle. So 4 times 6.1, and then divide that by 2. So for all 3 of these on the outside, I got 12.2. I circle what the area of each shape is so that I know what I need to add up at the end. So the surface area, which I'm going to use the letter SA, that stands for surface area. I'm going to take 12.2 and I'm going to add that up 3 times because I had 3 of them. You could also take 12.2 times 3. And then the 7 also has to be added up because of the base triangle. So 12.2 added up 3 times is 36.6, and then I still have to add up 7. So I got 43.6, and it is feet squared because we're talking about surface area. So you'll use a squared for that. Okay. Next one, same shape. These are all going to be the same shape. You just have to pay really close attention to the bottom shape because that is what changes a little bit. So I'm only looking at this bottom triangle first. Usually that one's different than the rest. It has a base of 7, so I know that it's going to have a base of 7 right here. And then this height tells you how tall that bottom triangle is, which is 6.1. What I need to do is take 7 times 6.1 and divide it by 2. 7 times 6.1 divided by 2, I get 21.35. That's this middle one, 21.35. And I'm going to circle that because that's the area right there. The rest of them also have a base of 7. I'm going to look at this one right here. I put a base of 7 right here. The height, though, is 10.2. 7 times 10.2 divided by 2. I get 35.7 when I did that. So all of the outer triangles are 35.7. So now to find the surface area, I just have to add everything up that I circled. 21.35 was that bottom triangle, and then I add 35.7 3 different times. So when I add all of that up in my calculator, I get a big number, 128.45. It is yards this time, so it would be yards squared. And that's the surface area of this triangle. We're going to do one more together. This one, remember, you want to focus on the bottom triangle first. The bottom triangle is usually different than the top triangle. So it has a base of 6 and a height, tells you right down here, is 5.2. I need to take 6 times 5.2 divided by 2, and I end up getting 15.6 for the bottom triangle. Base times height divided by 2. Now I'm looking, they all have a base of 6. I want to find the height of the outer triangles, which tells you that right here. 3 point, I don't know if that says 6 or 5. I'm going to go ahead. I can't tell, honestly. So if it says 3.5 and I put 3, I'm gonna put 3.6. If it doesn't say 3.6, you just need to change it to what it says because I just have the copy of it. So 6 times 3.6 divided by 2. I get 10.8. Like I said, if that's 3.5, I can't really tell on my picture, so you'll change that if it is. But I'm going to take 15.6 and I'm going to add 10.8 3 different times. And I end up getting 48, and that would be feet squared. So on the back, you guys have 3 more problems. You need to draw the net. I've drawn nets on the front. You need to go ahead and draw those nets exactly how I drew them on the back too. I didn't draw them because I wanted you to learn how to draw them, but every single one on the back you have to have a net for. You start by drawing a triangle, and from there you draw a triangle off of each side. So everybody needs to do that for all 3 of the triangles on the back, and then we will grade those on the back tomorrow. So when you're finished with this video, you need to be working on the back of this worksheet. It will be graded tomorrow.